Good afternoon, students. Today we have seen the mathematical representation of Newton's second law. We have seen mathematical representations of Newton's second law. Newton's second law. What is Newton's second law? Newton's second law. What say? Newton's second law says about the force. In this case, it says that when we apply some external force on an object, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Applied external force is directly proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Means that F is directly proportional to change in momentum upon time t. Rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force. To give the mathematical response of this law, we have supposed that or considered that a object of mass m moving with velocity u. An object of mass m moving with u velocity at time t is equal to 0. When we applied F force on it, or after some time its velocity is changed to v and its time is small t. So in this case it is the initial case of momentum and it is the final case of momentum. When we applied some forces on this case, then it changes velocity to v after time t. So we have seen here the initial momentum is equals to mass into velocity into m into u, and the final momentum pf is equal to m into v, and time taken to change this momentum is t. So we know that f is directly proportional to change in momentum, then it is the final momentum and it is the initial momentum, then p final minus p initial upon time taken. So f is equals to k, the proportionality constant, p final is m v minus m u upon t. Then f is equal to k, m is getting common, v minus u upon t. Then we know that v minus u upon t, this is the rate of change of velocity, is equals to the acceleration. So f is equal to k m into a. So here is when m is equal to 1, a is equal 1 kg, a is equal to 1 meter per second square, then f is equal to 1 kilogram meter per second square, then f k is equal to 1. So f is equal to m. This is the formula for force. This formula unit of force is equals to kilogram meter per second square. It is also regarded as Newton. It is written as Newton. So SI unit of force is Newton. It is a clear condition. SI unit of force is Newton. In one question in this case, it is arises by this condition. What is 1 Newton? The 1 Newton is defined as the force which produce acceleration of 1 meter per second square in a body of mass 1 kg. Another unit of this condition is dyne. Dyne written as dyne. Dyne is another unit of force, it is the CGS unit of force, and the relation between Newton and dyne, 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. This is the relation between Newton and dyne, and one dyne is defined as the force which is capable to producing the acceleration of 1 centimeter per second square on a body of mass 1 gram. This is the main difference between the Newton and dyne. In case of dyne, we have know that the acceleration produced 1 meter per second square in a body of mass 1 kg, and the dyne, in the case of dyne, it is defined as the acceleration produced to a body of 1 centimeter per second square, of 1 centimeter per second square on a body of mass 1 gram. Okay, so this is the mathematical treatment of Newton's second law. It is the Newton's second law. We have also used this law obtain the first law also. We have deduct the first law with the help of Newton's second law. In this case, we have able to, in this case, when the force is not changed, then mu is also remains to mu. So u is equals to u, then F is equal to 0. So force is getting 0, means object in rest condition. And Newton's first law says that an object is in rest position, then it wants to rest. In motion, then it wants to motion. Okay. So this is the total explanation of Newton's second law. In this case, there are so many applications of Newton's second law. The main application of Newton's second law is you might have seen a karate player breaking a slab. Just like number of stones is put one another and getting break by one slab. So it is capable with the help of Newton's second law. And there are so many examples on the basis of Newton's second law. We are capable to understand the Newton's second law. Okay. You have no doubt in this condition?